Yo, what's happening? Today, I want to give y'all 6 things that if you have, you need to work on. And I'm gonna tell you what part you need to work on, like what you need to work on if you're dealing with these things. So these are just some random situations, and this is by no means an exhaustive list of things that could mean something, and by no means is this always correct, you know. This is just my opinion from what I've seen, from my experience. And yeah, like a lot of times I ain't gonna say most, in a lot of situations, these are the things that's wrong with you know, with men in these situations. So obviously this is talking about men, and obviously this is my opinion. So you got a different opinion in the comments, it's all good. Like I said, this is by no means, definite. This is not, law. This is just, so if you in thinking and trying to figure out what's wrong in this situation, maybe you'll see, you'll have a place to start. Maybe that's what it is. All right. So I made me some notes so I can remember the 6 things, because I'll be forgetting stuff. All right. So if you a dude that wants to have sex with everyone, like every female you meet that likes you, you wanna smash, you wanna get as many notches on your belt as possible. If that's you, big dog, if that's you like, yo, I'm trying to get as many as I can get. Like, if that's you, you have no self-control, big dog. That's it. Trying to have sex with every female that like you, or even some that don't like you, trying to get as many females you can get, you have no self-control, big dog. You think you controlling yourself. You think, oh, I'm doing it. Nah, bro, you have no self-control. Because if you tried to stop doing it, you wouldn't be able to. You still going, you have no self-control. You're not controlling that. If you see her and she looks halfway decent to you, you're going to try. If that's you got to work on your self-control. Because, that's not how it goes. Like, that's it. I'm not getting any deeper than that. Next one. If you're always chasing women, similar to the last one, but it's not the same thing. Because you can always be trying to get a woman, but you may not always want to smash. You may just try to, okay, let me get to know her. Until you find the right one or whatever. But like, if that's what you're doing, that's your goal. If you ever said, let's go to the mall and hop on some females. Let's go to Walmart, hop on some females. Let's go find where the females. If you ever said that, then yeah, for you, what I put down? Yeah, you ain't got no goals, big dog. You have no goals. You have no goals, because if that's what you're doing, that's your goal. Who is trying to go? I mean, I understand when you're younger. Now, I ain't talking about young dudes. If you young, you in high school, whatever, that's what you do. You ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. If that's what you want when you in high school, you're young, middle school, whatever, that's cool. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about the grown adult men in this here. If you in here and you said that as a grown adult, big dog, you have no goals. What are you trying to do in life? That's what you should be trying to figure out, what you about to go do. You need to be going to figure that out. If you're not figuring that out, then I don't know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So get you some goals. Stop doing that. Get you some goals. Go find something to do. You know what I'm saying? Do something. Find something to do. Get you some goals. So if you're doing that, that's all good. But yeah, that's it for that one. My bad, y'all. These folks cleaning the streets, man. I hope y'all can hear me. I'm trying to wait for them to slide by. Big dog right here with this leaf blower, man. He wrapping around the car. Anyway, though, where was I at? All right. That was if you always chasing women, bro, get you some goals. If you the dude that's getting everybody pregnant, if you that dude, if you the one that got 9 kids by 8 baby mamas or whatever, you one of them, that's what I got for you, bro. First thing first, you have no understanding. You do not understand what you're doing. You have no understanding of how to raise children. If you're having that many different children by that many different women, you have no understanding of how to raise a child. You don't know what it takes to raise a child. You don't understand what it means to raise a child. You don't. If you did, you wouldn't be doing that. So that's number one. Number two, you have no understanding of the legacy that you're trying to leave. Like, I'm not too sure what kind of legacy you're trying to leave with having all these kids by all these women. Like, I don't think you understand your legacy, because if you did, how is you having all these kids by all these different women? How are you going to impart into each one of these kids? How are you going to find the time to impart into each one of these kids? You don't have the time to give them what they need in order to carry on whatever you're building. You don't have enough time. So you just have no understanding. You need to get some better understanding. You need to sit down and understand what you're doing. Because having a bunch of kids by all these women, bro, like, you can't be doing anything. Like, when I say that, I mean, I'm not talking about in, like, as far as your career or whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the kids. What are you doing with the kids? What are you going to teach these children? What are you going to give to these children? And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about your wisdom, your knowledge, teaching them how to survive on this planet. Because you have that many different, you know what I'm saying? Unless they all live with you, you're not gonna see these kids. You just don't have enough time. You're doing whatever you're doing to make your money. That's probably taking up a lot of your day. And then you got so many kids, you're not gonna make around to them every day. So what are you doing for these kids? And I'm not talking about monetarily. I got something for y'all, man. Y'all who, you know what I'm saying, coming up, for y'all who think that just providing money is what you're taking care of your kids. You're not taking care of your kids, big dog. You're not taking care of your kids. You're providing for them, but you're not taking care of your kids. Your kids, I'm not getting that yet. That's a different video. I'm gonna get y'all, boy. But yeah, also, if you're the one getting all these chicks pregnant, having all these kids, that's a possibility that you have low self-esteem. It's you probably have low self-esteem. You're trying to prove something. Hey, I can get this many women, da da da. Like, in the carelessness that you're going around with, you probably have low self-esteem. Like, you have low self-esteem, or you, yeah, that's got to be what it is. You got low self-esteem, dog. Work on your self-esteem. Work on getting some understanding, man. You gotta sit down and you gotta get somebody, gotta teach you. Somebody gotta tell you, because you have no understanding. You need to sit down. You need to get with the Most High. You need to get Jesus in your life, big dog. Next up, if anyone can influence you, like if somebody comes around and says something, and then now you're on that, and then somebody else comes says something else and you're on that, if every time somebody comes with a new idea, you're changing what you believe or what you think, then yeah, you need some help, big dog. What that's telling me is that you have no self-confidence. That's what it's telling me. It's telling me that you do not believe in yourself. You do not believe in what you believe in. That's what it's telling me. You have no confidence in yourself. You don't think that what you know is right. You don't think that what you do is right. You're allowing anybody to come influence you and tell you something, and you have no self-confidence, dog. If people can influence you, if a lot of different people can influence you, and you're just taking some of everything that somebody say, you need some more confidence, dog. You need to understand you. You need to get you something. You got to get some self-confidence, man. That's what you need to work on. If you the person that anybody influence you, that's what you need to work on. All right, next up, if you can't commit to a person or a thing, if you just have a hard time committing, then you have no trust. You don't trust. You have trust issues, and you're probably not very honest. And when I say very honest, you may be like, I tell everybody the truth. I'm talking about to you. You're not honest to yourself, because you not being able to commit to a relationship, a marriage, or whatever, that means you don't have trust. You don't trust either that this other person is going to do right or that you're going to do right. And you're projecting that out, because you're projecting that by not committing. You're saying that I don't trust this situation. I don't trust this person. I don't trust myself. And whatever it is, I don't trust myself to continue getting up and going to the gym. You see what I'm saying? So that, yeah, you have trust issues. You need to work on that. You need to work on your honesty with yourself and with others. All right. Next up, what we got? Oh, okay, here we go. If you agree with everyone else, this is different from people influencing you. This is just if everybody's coming into the conversation, you're agreeing with everybody around the thing. What that's telling me is that you have no principles, you have no morals. If you can agree with everybody, that means you don't stand on anything. Because I'm not telling you to sit there and be confrontational, but there should be, like, you can't agree with every single person in the thing going around. I agree. Oh yeah, I agree too. Oh yeah, I agree. If you agree to everything, you have, that's your self-confidence again. Once again, you don't trust that what you think is correct. And the other thing is, you don't have any principles or morals. You don't stand on anything. If anything anybody says, you agree with it, then you don't stand on nothing. You don't have no principles. You don't think that, okay, this is supposed to go like this. If this don't go like this, that ain't right. As a man, you have to have that. You have to have a rigid line that doesn't get crossed. If you don't have that as a man, then you need to get it. Get you some morals and some principles. Figure out what you stand on. All right. Next up, we're going to, this is the last one. And this is a big one, man. This one is where I'm going to get the most controversy, most likely. But if a woman's tears affect your decision, then once again, you have no morals and principles, and you have no confidence. A woman's tears should not affect any decision that you made. If you make a decision and all a woman has to do is cry, and you change your decision, your backbone ain't there. You also not standing on that. What are you standing on when you do that? Like, a woman's tears should not affect you at all. If you tell your girl something or something like that, she starts crying and getting upset, or she telling you something and she starts crying and getting upset, and you start to change what you decided, then bro, you need to work on that, man. You have to be immune to anything that she try to throw at you. Any of that emotional attack, you need to be able to withstand that. And that's why I always tell you, brothers, if your girl start to get into that mode, or your mama, or who, if a female starts to get in that mode where they're and they start doing that, stop the conversation, because you're obviously not ready to talk. You're obviously not ready to speak about whatever you're about to talk about. So we're not going to talk about it. Kill that conversation, especially if you know you one of them dudes that get affected by that. If that affects you and you start to, oh, well, maybe. Nah. If you're that guy and you know that affects you, kill the conversation before you even get to that point. As soon as she start trying to get to that point where she crying and sobbing and you can't understand what she's saying, kill that conversation. I'd say, even if you are a person that don't get affected by it, kill that, because that aggravates me personally. I get aggravated when a woman starts doing that. I don't want to talk to you. I do not want to hear you talk when you do that. Don't do that around me, man. If you do, I'm going to just tell you, like, hey, look, I don't want to have this conversation. I'm not going to lie. Until you get that under control, and figure out what you're trying to say, then by all means, go over there, sit down, and, you know, do what you got to do. Get that out your system. And when you're finished, we can speak. But until that's out of your system and that's not happening, we're not talking, because I can't talk to you like that. I'm just going to get angry. It's going to aggravate me. Like, come on, man. You said you wanted to talk about this. Now you can't talk because you're doing whatever. So if a woman's tears or any type of emotional response or whatever, if her emotions affect you, then you need to stand on your principle. What does your principle say? Your principle says, this is not going down in my crib. I don't care how much you cry. I don't care how much you do whatever. I don't care what kind of tantrum you think you about to throw. It's not going down. And that's what it is. That's what my principle says. It's been like that since you knew me. So don't try to change it up now. And that's what it is, man. So, that's it, man. That's my little reasons. You know what I'm saying? It was 6 or 7 reasons. I don't know. I wrote it down. I don't know. But, you know what I'm saying? If you are in any of them situations as a man, you know, and you sitting there and you thinking what's wrong or what's going on, you might not even be thinking. With some of them, you won't even be thinking what's wrong. But if you heard that and you like, yo, maybe I should, you know what I'm saying? Think about that. Talk to the Most High. Figure out what you need to change. You know, I'm just trying to point you in a direction of what may be the cause of that. It may not be any of what I said, you know, but I just want to, let y'all know. And that's it, man. I'm gonna catch y'all later.